Hey guys, welcome. This is Kino. I thought it would be time for me to do another little tutorial, and today I'd like to show you something about the 1.8 villager trading and how to get all the items you ever wanted. So first of all, let's start with the different villagers. Here we have the librarian, same as in 1.7. We have a shepherd, a fletcher, the farmer, fisherman, leatherworker, butcher, armorer, weaponsmith, a toolsmith, and a cleric. These are all the different kinds of villagers, and they all have their unique trades. And they trade in tiers. So let me get a bit or a few items to start with. There we go, a few books. And let's start off with the librarian. As you can see, he starts off with multiple trades. He has the paper trade and he has an enchanted book. And this is the same for all librarians except for the enchantment on the book and the amount of paper it costs for an emerald. So this is basically tier 1, and once we trade for the paper, just a single trade, you will see it will give a particle effect, and that means he is going to update to his next tier. In his next tier you will see he has a few more trades unlocked. He has books for emeralds, he has the compass, and the book shelves. This is the second tier, and this villager has a few more tiers. So let's now again trade for his last trade, just like in 1.7. And you will see he will start giving off particles again, meaning he is updating to his next tier. You'll also notice some experience on the ground, since 1.8 villagers give off experience while trading. Now as you can see, we ended up with the bookshelf, and now he has unlocked his next tier, which is the written books, the clock, and the glass. So let's trade for the glass, again his newest trade, and he will update again. Every time you do a trade for the first time, the villager will update to the next tier if there is a next one to be traded from. So you will see he would have been updated beyond glass. The next trade is a Lure 3 enchanted book. So again, let's trade. All the librarians will have 3 different book trades, and they will all have different enchantment levels. So the first tier for the librarian gives an enchantment level of level 1 to level 30, so it's really random. And the second and the third tier also do that, so all the enchantments will be between level 1 and level 30. And the amount of emeralds it costs is between 5 and 64 emeralds. So you can get lucky, just trade with as many librarians as you can to get the good books. This is his last book, Feather Falling 3, and yeah, the enchants and the amounts of emeralds it costs will differ per librarian. So just trade with as many as you can and unlock as many trades as you can. And there are a few other things you should keep in mind. You can lock up trades, so let's try and lock up this trade. If you trade for a lot of glass, you see I cannot trade any more glass now. He has been blocked. So if I press escape, let's see what happens. In this case he does reset, and we did trade glass before, and that's because every second or third or how many after times you trade an item, you will have a 20% chance to get to get it reset. So now you see the glass is reset and you can trade it again. So again, let's do that. Keep in mind 13 emeralds. So we traded 4 times, and this should mean an 80% chance of him resetting. There we go. Let's wait for the particle effects to run off. Alright, let's do another one. There we go. We have 9 now. 7 trades. This will most likely reset. It would sometimes happen that he doesn't reset, and then you can trade another item to reset him. So as you can see, you can still trade also for paper enormous amounts and get a lot of emeralds. The other villagers are the shepherd, which is mostly concerned with wool. I'm not going to show you all of his trades. He is useful for the wool trade to get more emeralds, and you can get colored wool back as well, but for the rest not that interesting. The Fletcher is good if you have an AFK spider farm, so you can trade string for emeralds. In his next tier he doesn't have much to be interested in. An enchanted bow could be nice, but the enchantment would be only between level 5 and 19, so not that powerful. We have the farmer. This one is very good. You can trade the wheat for emeralds, and he also has the potato and the carrot trade. So you have a lot of potential of getting emeralds from a farmer. Then we have the fisherman. Again, not that interesting. He is useful for enchanted rods, but nah, who's gonna use those anyway? One positive thing about these 4 farming villagers, they will all harvest crops and disperse them between other villagers to make them breed whenever they're in a town. So you can use them in AFK wheat, potato and carrot farms. Next up we have the leather worker. And let's see, the leather worker has actually not that many good trades. Owning the saddle is really a good trade. It's one of the most constant ways of gaining saddles. The next one is the butcher. I don't think the butcher has anything you really like. He has the coal trade, and oh right, he of course has the chicken trade. And the chicken trade is nice because you can make AFK chicken farms. Next up we have the armorer. The armorer is of course the guy who gets you armor, so let's unlock a few traits and let's see what he gives us. Same goes for the weaponsmith. Let's unlock a few more traits, and the same for the toolsmith. The items you get here are not that interesting. This is an enchanted shovel, but only efficiency 2. Again, enchantment levels will be between 5 and 19, so they're not that high, not that useful. The armor has the iron trade, which is good of course, and let's see, the weaponsmith would have that trade as well, and of course the toolsmith as well. All of them will also have the coal trade. Let's see, let's unlock a few more trades from the armorer. So there we have, oh, let's do this so you guys can see it a bit better. Here we have a sword with looting 1, again iron sword, not that impressive. Remember in 1.7 you could get all kinds of diamond gear, and that's kind of limited in this in the 1.8 version. So here we have it, a few more items. This should be the last tier. And you can see this guy trades now a diamond chestplate. Breaking 2, protection 2. Again, only a max level enchantment of 19, so it cannot be that good. A diamond sword looting 1, and a diamond axe unbreaking 1. And for the toolsmith we have a diamond pickaxe unbreaking 2. Again, not that impressive. Last but not least we have the cleric, formerly the priest. And this guy has the rotten flesh trade, so you can finally get rid of your rotten flesh and receive some emeralds for it. Very cool. And let's see, this is actually the most efficient one. 36 is the lowest amount of rotten flesh you have to pay for 1 emerald. So that's good. Some other trades, of course, the gold. And also another good thing to notice is that this guy can trade for lapis lazuli. So you can get lapis by paying emeralds. It's finally available as a renewable resource, and previously you always had to mine for it. He still sells the enchantment bottles, or the bottles of enchanting for experience levels, but they've gotten a lot more expensive. The previous villagers uh, traded 2 or even 4 enchanted bottles for 1 emerald, and this guy asks 3 to 11 emeralds for 1 enchanted bottle. So it's a lot more expensive, and it already was a bit on the expensive side, so yeah, not that interesting anymore. Um, I do remember I did forgot one thing about the librarian, and that would be the very last trait, the name tag. All librarians now sell name tags. They will cost anywhere between 20 to 22 emeralds, so they are really expensive. But hey, it's a constant source of name tags, so that's a good thing. And yeah, those are the most basic things about these villagers. Um, it is a lot easier to trade with them nowadays. You don't have to look for perfect villagers anymore. You don't get that many diamond tools, too bad that is. But yeah, that's everything I can tell you right now about these villagers. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little tutorial. There is one last thing I would like to show you, and that is what happens when you have a villager in 1.7 and you update your game to 1.8. Are you going to lose all your villagers, or are you going to keep them and their trades? A cool thing added in 1.8 is that villagers do not change their trades anymore. That means they don't get cheaper, but they will not lose enchanted books. Some enchants you might like, in the old 1.7 they might change again because the villager found a cheaper trade. So let me hop on to one of my server worlds where I've been playing. The server was 1.7 before, it is 1.8 now, and let me show you what the villages look like. I'll see you in a second. Alright, so I am back on the Bettering Game Pure server. It has been updated to 1.8, and here we have one of our old librarians. He started off with the bookshelf, and if you remember back, the previous one had this in the second tier. So this must be an old villager. Here we have the paper trade, we have a book trade, and there we go, another paper trade. So he basically filled up with another set of trades. So you can see another book, one more, the Smite book, and I haven't traded further with him, so I haven't unlocked the name tag yet, but you can see the villager will add the trades to the old ones, and you will not be losing any of your trades. That's of course a good thing. So this will conclude the tutorial on the villagers. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you later.